You're tuned into the Vanna Collins Show, and we just wrapped a spectacular interview with UK star Annastasia Baker at none other than Miss Coffee M Salon Space. This space is gorgeous. I appreciate her each and every time for welcoming me with open arms. Check it out. Okay, so from the X Factor UK,
that's good,
to the gospel show Time to Shine, winner of that, might I add, you are quickly becoming known as one of the most powerful voices in the business, like quickly. Miss Annastasia Baker, she is starting your U.S. tour here.
That is correct.
And you'll be hitting Atlanta pretty soon.
Yeah, so on Monday I'll be going to Atlanta.
Okay. So you're joining us for a little one-on-one. I want to get a little more insight about you, of course, and your music.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this your first time in the U.S.?
This is not my first time in the U.S. I have been to Florida in the past, but this is my first time in Dallas.
Okay. What do you think about Dallas so far?
I love it. I can see that there's a lot of bulls around. So see that.
Okay.
I've actually seen a lot of those, but then I've heard that that's what Texas is all about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been lovely. The weather is beautiful outside. I've only got this jacket on. Like, don't be fooled. The weather is actually really nice. I'm just not a fan of the AC. That's the reason I've got.
Really? Okay.
That's the only reason I've got my jacket on.
I understand. We're here with that. Yeah. So you've been singing. How long have you been singing?
I've been singing for, I would say, since I was about 13 years old. I really discovered that I enjoyed singing, and it's something that I wanted to. I'd say I started being serious about singing at the age of 16, 17, so when I was like leaving secondary school.
Okay.
But 13 was when I thought, okay, did a few things here and there in the choir at church, but yeah, from a young age I've been singing.
Is that when you realized that you had that voice?
It was at school that I actually realized that I had the voice. It was all about making people laugh. So I used to sing and dance and act. So what happened? Well, first of all, I'd say I was dancing and acting, and at school, what I would do is just like to make people laugh. So I'd go in front of the whole school and I would just do like a little, hey, big spender. Like, just not being serious, just literally just trying to make people laugh, and that was it. But by doing that, people then started to say to me, Annastasia, but hang on a minute, you can sing, like sing this song for me or sing that song. Then they started to come to me and say, like, Annastasia, sing like this song, and then they'll be like, wow, like sing another song, and I'm like, why are people like asking me to like sing it and sing it again?
Why are people asking you to sing it?
So that literally, that is how it all started, and that's where I was like, oh, okay, so there's something there. And then that's when I started to take singing seriously after I left secondary school.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you were on, again, X Factor UK.
Yes, that's correct.
You auditioned twice for that, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, so tell us about that experience.
Sure. That experience was an amazing one. Each time when entering X Factor, I actually went quite far. The only disappointing thing, but I can see now that it's a blessing and that everything happens for a reason, was that the fact that I just like every time was just missing it. So every time that I actually went for the show, it was like I was one answer away from getting to the live show. So it was like I was beside the winner each time, but just missing. So, I'd go home and just see them all on the TV, seeing them making it, seeing them doing their thing, which is, great. But I was like, when is it my time? Like every time I'm trying, I'm just missing out. But X Factor was a great experience. It was fun. Went to the judges' houses twice, so that was a really nice experience. Met a lot of people, people who are, going after the same dream. And yeah, like X Factor for me was where people got to first know who Annastasia is, like get to know the singer, get to know the artist. So that is where it all started. That's where the name, everyone got to know who Annastasia was. I think from then, that's where, getting stopped in the street for autographs and people being like, I know you, I saw you on TV. No, that actually felt amazing. That I'm going to be real. It actually did feel so good. Just every time, just going into the supermarket and they'd be like, I saw you on TV. Please, can I have a picture, please? Like, that was really, really nice. And since, that's still... in terms of X Factor, people do still, first of all, I would say, recognise you for X Factor, because that's where it started. So I can only but thank, the experience, and everything happens for a reason, and that's where, and people just first got to know Annastasia.
Okay, so based on that experience as X Factor, and you missed the first one, and you went again, came back 2 years later, and you tried again. What would you tell the audience about perseverance?
Yeah, I would definitely have to say, especially because of seeing where I am now, it's important that no matter what it is, just know for yourself what it is that you're born to do. And if that's what you love, then stick at it. Like, keep doing it no matter what. It's like, at the end of the day, for me, if I had given up, I wouldn't have been where I am today.
Right.
I would have never known. Like, if I had just, I would have literally, if someone was to show me a video and say, do you know what, if you didn't give up, this is what would have happened, and just look at it, I know that would be so painful. It's that we can't see what the future holds, but what you have to do is just everything that you go through builds you. It makes you stronger, it makes you learn more about yourself, and it is just about keep pushing, and then the results will come, but all in good time. Like, when it's meant to happen, it will happen.
Okay, so who are your influences?
That's a good one. Do you know what? I love Fantasia Barrino. Like,
really? Okay.
I love Fantasia, and
I love Fanny too.
Oh my gosh!
That is
trust me. Do you know what? Yeah, I honestly, for me, Fantasia, I was watching Fantasia before I was even old enough to go onto any talent shows.
Okay.
So I remember sitting down and watching American Idol. That season was the best season ever. Okay. I remember just watching, like, literally ready to come from the supermarket or whatever to get home to watch the TV, to watch that season of American Idol, because it was just so amazing. And for me, Fantasia was the first person that I ever saw as a little girl watching. I was like, hang on a minute, she's doing me. That's almost what it was to me. It's like I was seeing someone do what I want to do, but I couldn't do it because I wasn't old enough yet. Right. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the song I would choose, and that's the way I would sing it, and like, and then that just made me think, wow, like, yeah, I want to go on to do that. I want to go on to win a show, and I did win it, like, a talent show, which is amazing. But her sound, her energy, is just amazing. I also love Tina Turner. I watched her concert videos growing up. So my mom and dad had a video of Whitney Houston and Tina Turner. Yeah, it's just the energy, that they have at their concerts and their live performances. That is something that definitely influenced me and inspired me.
Okay, so besides Fantasia, of course, I know you probably love to collaborate with her, right? Who else would you say that you'd like to collaborate with?
Wow. That's a good question, because there are so many people that I would actually love to collaborate with. I would say this is just a hard one, because to pick one out of like so many, and I can't say Fantasia just because I said her name.
Right, we already know Fantasia's in the box.
Okay, Marley Music.
Oh yes, okay, I think that'd be great.
Yeah, Marley Music. I think.
What type of record do you think it'll be?
Interesting. I don't know what kind of record it would be.
Okay, well,
but I think it will be something fun, something around love, something. Yeah.
Molly Music.
Yeah. Hey, Molly.
Hello, Miss Annastasia Baker here. Get with the program. So tell me about your song "Let Me Go."
Sure.
You wrote it, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So "Let Me Go" was written to help bring awareness for the girls that were kidnapped in Nigeria. Just being a mother myself. I have a little girl.
Your daughter's beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. She, just being a mum myself, I kind of, you just feel like, wow, how must those mothers feel? Just watching the news and seeing everything that was happening, I just thought, what could I do to help? What tools do I have? And being a singer and music being so powerful, I felt that was like, the best tool or the best way to get the word out there to help bring awareness, so that people know like what's happening and that we need to get together to help bring these girls back.
Right.
And that was really something that I just felt I needed to do something, because if that was me, I would want people to help me and do the little that they can do to just help, because everything comes together. It's like, I know that we can all do even so much more than we are doing, and we just have to keep pushing. We have to keep praying, because even though we're getting on, it's like there are still mothers out there that have not got their daughters back, and I can't imagine how that would feel. And I feel that music is so powerful, even more than the news sometimes, because things come into the news and then they leave the news.
Right.
But with music, it's like you always remember that song, and you hear the song and you think, oh my gosh, those girls.
Right.
And it will just, people will always remember, hang on a minute, hold on, just take a moment, like to, whether it's to pray or to just think like, wow, like I wonder if they've come back yet, and we hope that they do. We hope they do.
I think that song should have definitely been the anthem for the Bring Back the Girls. I mean, I listened to it and it touched me. I mean, your voice touches me. I'm just like punched in the face every time I hear you. So rambunctious. I'm like, oh my gosh. But like looking at you, you wouldn't think that you have such the powerful voice that you have.
Thank you.
So again, you're back here in the U.S. You'll be at Buttons tomorrow.
That is correct. Yes.
So tell us about your new music and your single.
Cool. My new music, I actually just had my album launch concert at the Jazz Cafe in London. So that was on Sunday, just gone.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. The album is entitled U-Turn. The album just had so much to offer for everybody. There's something there for everyone. It is it's a honest album. There's a lot of times that, for example, there's a song regarding forgiveness. A lot of times we go through so much where we get so hurt by what people have done to us, situations that we've been through, that we just think like, how can we forgive such situations? How can we move on? Like, teach me how I can like move on from this so I can feel free, like help me to forgive. So there's a song on that. There's also a favorite of mine, your Sunday Best winner, Joshua Rogers. He's actually featured on one of my songs. I have a reggae song called Pass It On, and he's featuring on that, which is you guys should listen to that one. It's pretty amazing, and I'm so grateful that he's a part of my album. So that is one of them. Everyone loved that, the concert that ended the night. U-Turn really just says how things in my life have changed. Like, things have really just turned around for me, and being my first album, it's just the perfect title. It just says everything, and it's just, you can just see everything. It's just, it has turned around, and it's I'm just so looking forward to America hearing the album. I'm really happy with my singles, but I'm even more excited even about the album.
Right. What's your favorite song on the album?
I'd say my favorite song, I love Pass It On with Joshua Rogers, but I love Fire. There's a song called Fire. There's a testimony behind that song. I was actually saved from my car blowing up in flames.
Oh, wow.
So that song basically goes through the whole story of that night and what happened, and the fact that I'm here today alive, and I could have been 6 feet under, but that song says it all. So that song is my testimony, and I've always said, even before anything, that I would want to write a song one day about that and have a music video and everything on it. So that one is really special. That is a one that's even from my concert, that there was like great feedback from, especially that song, because it's so real. It's a true story. Like, it's not just saying something and just singing it for the sake of, oh wow, like look at this is happening, it blew, like explosions, and like it was real, like every single word in that song.
Okay. Now again, I still can't get over your voice.
Aww.
And I'm thinking as I'm listening to you, and I'm like, who does she remind me of? Who does this voice, sound like? Do you know who I'm going to say?
No. There's been quite a few. It's like always a mixture of different people, but go ahead.
Amy Winehouse.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
Yes, it's like an Amy Winehouse mixed with Jennifer Hudson with a little lettuce in there. Yeah. I mean, it's great. Does your daughter sing?
Not yet. She does now and then. She likes to sing my songs and write the words down and try to like belt and stuff. But she plays the piano. She's doing piano lessons. Okay. But I'm sure I can hear that she probably will sing. Yeah, but not at the moment. She's not taking it seriously. She's young. I just let her do her thing.
Gotcha.
Let her choose what she wants to do.
Okay, well, tell us where we can get to your website. How we can get to your website.
My website is www.annastasiabaker.co.uk, and with Twitter and Facebook, everything is Annastasia Baker, and Annastasia is ANNASTASIA, and Baker.
All right, guys, make sure you tune in now. Get to her, like all the pages, share the singles. I'm telling you, everybody's going to be a fan. So get on the train early.
Oh.
We'll see you later.
Thank you.